Nonsense. Doesn't prove a thing. I thought you'd feel that way, Gary. You were the only one that could have got to that blood. We'll do you last.
That was John Carpenter's The Thing, a.k.a. Ben Pood himself. We disagreed on the Dr. Blair being the Thing or not. You said he would be the Thing.
Eventually.
I said he would not, and then I convinced you that he would not be, and then I was wrong.
Well, the reason you convinced me is as we started watching, we were watching it again, and actually, right as we started watching, I'm like, why didn't we mention Gary? Why didn't we mention the leader? And I was starting to think like, oh, I bet he's it, which was a totally wrong one. There's a little extra prediction for you guys if you made it this long and you're watching this video. There's another one that I definitely got wrong. But one of the things that you said, so I was like, yeah, you're right. He's the one who had access to the blood and everything. Okay, great. And when we got back into it, we kind of rewatched the scene where they were getting the doctor.
Yes,
and you
exactly.
said, why would the Thing be destroying his ways of getting to, like, you know, civilization of the mainland? That's when I went, you're right. Dr. Blair is almost certainly not it. We did see that it was going to get down to Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
We thought that he, and then I said he was going to go out in a blaze of glory, which I think I got that one.
Exactly what happened.
But we both agreed that he was going to get down to him. So yeah, he kind of, and it wasn't really a total blaze of glory. He kind of comes up and kind of fuses out. It's kind of like a dead fuse, really, more. Because if he'd gone in a blaze of glory, he would have gone up in the explosion.
And an actual blaze. Yeah.
And this, he kind of just died. There's no way for him to know that Childs, the one other guy who's surviving here at the end, hasn't been infected at this point too.
They don't
and if they
100% prove it, but they give you enough to trust.
To think that that's what's going to... Because here's my thought. I was like, well, wait, we don't know if Childs isn't the Thing. So he could just be hunkering down and actually, doing his plan of, I'm just going to go freeze myself to death, or so they think. I'm not actually going to die. I'm just going to freeze myself. When the rescue party comes, unearths me, and I go unleash havoc on the world. But I guess the implication is that he's probably not. But I don't think they ever say explicitly that Child is not. So,
but I think they spend enough time earning each other's respect and proving that they're not.
Maybe. I think the movie kind of just went, just assume he's not, I suppose. Yes, I was watching like, what if Child's... Do your blood thing over the fire right now, just make sure. Or do a pact where you both just jump into the flames going like, hey, look, you got to make sure. So, I don't know, that ending was a little...
It left a little bit gray, more gray than I wanted it to be.
But probably they've defeated the Thing. Yeah.
They got the monster. So, good job to everyone who's dead.
Well, it was really more this. It was a very calculated, like, okay, we got to stop. At least one of us is the Thing, if not 3 or 4. Yeah. Let's do a really cool, controlled experiment. It was very scientific.
Very smart.
Well, my prediction of just having them kind of flail around. I mean, they did do a lot of flailing, but Kurt Russell did have that very rational idea of, let's figure out who the Thing is by doing this. Great. We figured it out. We've got everybody. And then we talked about this. They didn't have Blair in the room. That would have been... That was crazy. That was not the control.
That was the ultimate mistake, and you see everything kind of slide downhill from there.
And maybe it's because they, like us, assumed that Blair was fine. Maybe that was it.
Possible. I think they were just kind of heated in the moment. They're like, screw it, everybody in this room, get tied down right now.
Yeah.
Because tensions were high.
I guess you're right, because they couldn't let anybody out of their sight. I guess that would have
At that point, they would have destroyed that trust in that room. Here's a realization. Was what we thought was the noose, was that a rope so he could climb down?
I wonder.
Now, it was interesting because I saw this as like a horror film, and you saw it more of, how did you describe it?
I thought it more of a thriller.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't scared by any of it. I don't know, maybe it's just because the special effects were exceptionally good.
Especially since they're all practical.
Yes. That makes the movie so much better in my opinion. I love it. And it was so good. I was watching this stuff like, wow. It just seemed gory to me. It didn't seem like a horror movie.
Okay,
though. Yeah. Like you could kind of we were saying this. You could say Psycho's a horror movie, but it's actually I'd say it's more of a thriller. I would say it's more of a thriller, even though there is some gory elements to it.
The way that lighting was used was really genius, especially the way they made that one dog look so alien, even as compared to the other dogs that looked exactly.
I don't know how they train it. I want to go watch the special features right now and see how they train that dog to do that.
Well, I'm going to go to my shack actually,
and I'm going to go freeze because it's.
Oh no, the Thing!
Oh, the